Welcome back, CAD users. Today we're going to be creating some parts that we need that will ultimately be used with our flange coupling that you've already created to create this assembly here. So I'll rotate this around so you can kind of get a feel for what that looks like. You might notice there are some standard bolts that we'll be able to just pull from OnShape already, but there is a shaft here, and then inside here there's some what we would call a key. So let me show you what those are going to look like. They don't take too much to make. It's this cylinder with this notch in it, that's the shaft. And this key is just a very simple steel rectangular part. So let's get started. I'm going to take us into the coupling drawing that we already created. And by creating it there, it makes it easier to insert into our assembly. Always double check at the bottom. Well, let's actually do this first. Let's change. You see how it says part 1? Let's rename this to coupling, like mine was, so that when we create these new parts, we'll be able to easily find them. And then we're going to hit this plus key down here at the bottom and say create part. The first part we're going to create is the shaft, so we can rename this as the shaft and hit enter, and then double check always that your units have stayed in millimeters. Because our other ones in this was, these should, but I always ask that you double check that. I'm going to go to my front view now, and I'm going to create a sketch. On the front view, the shaft is basically a circle, so we'll do a center circle here. I'm going to hit escape and go ahead and dimension this center circle to be 30. I'm going to zoom in just a little. So this is our circle. We're going to put this notch at the top. We'd use a corner rectangle to do that, so I'm just going to create a rectangle up here. Escape out of that tool so I can dimension it. I'm going to dimension it such that the point from the bottom of the rectangle to the center is 12.5 millimeters. The overall width of this part is 5 millimeters. The distance between the center of your circle and the edge, if we can get it to be okay with that, which it's not, so let me escape out of that. Let me try that again. We want to go from here to there. There we go. I'm going to pull this up. It's going to be hard to see. That's 2.5, and that's going to center that rectangle there. And that is basically what we need to do. We're going to do some trimming of this. So let's hit this trim tool. And we basically want to cut out the top and the top of that circle. And that gives us that nice little notch in there. Mine is not fully constrained. I think that, let me just see, we're going to be okay here because we have dimension, but let us do this. Let us dimension from here. Let me hit my dimension tool one more time. And we'll dimension from here to there. And we'll make sure that's also 2.5, and then that gives us a fully dimensioned part. We can go ahead and green check that now, and we're going to extrude this. And we're going to extrude this 150 millimeters. So I'll select that. Let me move this up so you can see it. And then I'll show you that when I move to the side, there it is. So let me go to my isometric view. And there is our shaft. We're going to keep moving because the key does not take very long. I'm going to hit a plus key, hit Create Part Studio. We're going to rename this as key. You can double check that your units are still in millimeters. We're going to go to the front view and create a sketch. And you might, as you might imagine, this we can make a center point rectangle is going to fit into, you need to escape out of that notch that we created. So it is really just simply a 5mm wide, and I'll zoom in, by 5mm tall rectangle. There it is. Isometric view here. Zoom in. I'm going to extrude this, and this needs to be 30mm. So I'm going to green check that. There it is. And then let's go ahead. We haven't been doing a good job of assigning materials, but let's assign a material here, since we have a second of, and I can just click on here. We're going to do 1020 steel. All right. So now we have inside of your flanged coupling, we should have the coupling. And remember, there are configurations for left and right in here. And now we should have the shaft and the key. And that'll allow us to, when we're ready, go ahead and create the assembly. So you can return this inside of your coupling document so that we can grade the key and the shaft, and then you'll be ready for the assembly.